Salute Nation. What is good? Welcome to another installment of Raiders Unfiltered. Let's hit it, y'all.
Inside Allegiant Stadium for the first time this year. Touchdown Raiders! Touchdown Raiders! Touchdown! From behind! Ball's out! Big man running! Raiders!
Yo, Salute Nation. Salute to everyone already here. Appreciate everyone tapping in with me on this Monday afternoon, Monday night, wherever you guys be. Appreciate you guys pulling up for sure, for sure. Uh, this is another installment of Unfiltered. Draft preview week, Raiders draft preview. We're gonna go ahead and do the damn thing. I'm having technical difficulties, y'all. Jesus Christ, give me a break, Chris. Enough of that nonsense. I'm just kidding, bro. Not having a little technical difficulties with YouTube right now, so bear with me a little bit. I'm trying to go ahead and work out all the kinks here. I don't know if it's just temporarily tripping. It does this with my chat, my studio. Sometimes it just that feature won't turn on. So I'm trying to work through it and see if I can get this going. But again, appreciate everyone pulling up. And if you are new to the show, make sure you guys head on over and smash that subscribe button. Click those thumbs. Appreciate everyone pulling up. It does help to go ahead and help with the channel, help with the algorithm. It doesn't cost you anything. It's just showing some love, showing some support to the channel. So appreciate you guys helping me out with that for sure, 100%. And also make sure you guys turn on your notifications, especially this week. This is draft week. I will definitely be on basically almost all week, all the way up. I think the only day I won't be on will probably be tomorrow, most likely. But I will be on every day starting Wednesday and on. I'll be covering 3 days of the draft, so we're gonna be doing the damn thing. So make sure you guys turn on notifications. Doing collabs with different peeps. I got Rundown. Probably gonna do one with Jeff. So I'm be a little better. I'm be out there in them streets. Know what I mean? So make sure you guys don't get left in the dark. Turn on your notifications to be plugged in all things Raiders and just Raiders baby content, for sure. Before we go ahead and dive into it, as I'm at the same time trying to work out the technical kinks on my end here. Want to go ahead and salute the chat. Everyone pulled up already here. Everyone pulling up already here. It's not cooperating with me today. My guy Leo, appreciate you pulling up. What is good? Salute. My guy Jack in the building. Salute, brother. What is the deal? Rosetown, salute you, brother. Thanks for pulling up. My guy, Sacktown, Raider Mike, appreciate you. One of the real ones here. I appreciate you pulling up. The other real one here in the building. My guy, SoCal Sal, what it do, brother? Salute. I don't know what's going on over there. My guy, Raiders Food, Chris, in the building. Appreciate you. Thanks for pulling up, my guy. Yeah, bro. Well, I'm gonna after the show. I think I got. Oh yeah, start now. So great thing about Netflix, bro, I can catch the replay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's see who else is in here. See if I missed anybody. Hold on. Wait, I missed somebody. Oh my God, James is in here. Did I miss him? No, I thought he was here. Yeah, there he is. Hold up. My guy James. Salute, salute with the Raiders. Hold on, let me do it the right way, my guy.
Raiders!
That's right. That's right. Got to do it the right way. Appreciate you, my guy. Let's see. All right, I think that's everybody for now. Anybody I miss, salute to you. Appreciate you guys pulling up on this Monday afternoon. It is draft week, y'all. We are finally here after I don't know how many months we've all been waiting. We finally get to the moment of truth, literally 3 days away. Um, for the wrestling fans, it's almost like mania. Been waiting and waiting, and it's finally here, and like, damn, you know. But we're gonna go ahead and get into it for sure. So um, let me go ahead and get this thing. Let's go ahead and kick thing off. Raiders draft preview. I'm gonna do rounds 1 through 5. Um, and this is basically what I feel that the Raiders moves might be. I tried to be unbiased as much as I could in this situation. I know that um, on most mocks and whatnot, got some of the bias creeps through, for sure. Because there's things where we like certain guys, and there's other guys that we don't like. But and this one, I try to go ahead and kind of really give do a little bit more of an analysis on this one, on potential moves that the Raiders might make, um, and certain scenarios too. So I think that we've talked about over the last few weeks that there might be potential trades looming um, from the Raiders, right? Um, we talked about Conley during the draft, and that's something I'll go ahead and touch on in just a bit. Obviously, the other news that came out, Colton Miller missing voluntary OTAs the other day, and wanting a contract extension. Would that play an impact in this draft? Maybe. Spytech was asked about that, and he kind of declined to comment on any player contracts at the moment. But could the Raiders potentially make a move to go ahead and use Miller as possible leverage to make some type of trade for draft capital? Maybe. That is definitely a real possibility. So, and we'll definitely go ahead and get on that one too. Um, but obviously, there's questions that we've been asking, I think, for the last weeks, months. And the way, and I've said it since the beginning, is depending how things shape out from the beginning. I mean, we started doing mocks in January. We're in April now. We're literally 3 days away. And I've said over time, it just depends on certain things happening, right? So, there were certain moves or a certain way that the draft might go, depending would be head coach. We found out who was brought in the head coach with Pete Carroll, and also we needed to see who the GM was, and we found out it was John Spytek, and so that gave us a little bit of lay of the land on how a draft might possibly go. Then we needed to see who was going to be defensive coordinator and who was going to go ahead and be offensive coordinator. And we found that out. We found out that it was Chip Kelly, and PT decided to go ahead and stay on as our defensive coordinator. And that gave us a better look as far as how we might draft. And why am I repeating all this stuff? This stuff is relevant. This stuff is important. Relationships matter. As we know, for this organization, relationships do matter. So the way we draft is going to be indicative of that. What now? I'm not going to say that we're just going to draft familiar players. First thing that comes to mind is Ohio State won the Natty, right? And there's a lot of players from that team coming out in this draft. Are we going to go ahead and pick up a lot of players from Ohio State and be the Ohio State Raiders? Maybe, maybe not. But it does influence the way we draft because now you have Chip Kelly there. Obviously, just won the national championship, worked with these guys for the last couple of years. So he's very familiar with them. He knows how they work. He knows their tendencies, timing, all that, especially on the offensive side of the ball. He knows the defensive side too. So, I mean, he got a little bit of insight as far as, certain players defensive level. I talked about Jordan Hancock, a corner out of Ohio State, possibly being a target for the Raiders. He's going to be there on the round, third and fourth round, potentially. So could that be somebody that we go ahead for? You never know, right? So all these things that have been leading up to this point, we got to take all that consideration, all those factors into place. We've seen already just from the free agency up to this point in the offseason what continuity looks like, right? So we brought in Geno Smith. Geno Smith was under Pete Carroll the last, 2-3 years in Seattle before he left that organization. Now he's a Raider. He's our QB1. Big relationship there. Second case in point, we got Devin White out of Tampa Bay. Now he's a Raider. Alex Kappa, I think he has a familiarity with Spy Tech, another dude who's now a Raider. So all these things, these familiarities, these relationships, knowing how guys operate and what they've done. Obviously, we're going to go ahead and try to get the best talent as possible, but that relationship does matter. So just wanted to go ahead and put that out there because sometimes that does influence this thing. So also too, as I'm saying that I feel these might be moves that the Raiders make. Most likely, obviously, anything can happen during the draft. And that's really going to be the telltale sign. Obviously, the big question is, who are we going to draft at 6? So could it still be Shedeur? Could we go with the mock or the pick that everybody's been mocking and doing mock drafts on and projecting us to go ahead and pick at 6? Or will it be someone else, right? So all these questions will come into play for sure. So I'm very excited to see what happens. These are potential things that could happen. I want you guys to go ahead and kind of keep an eye out during the draft. I'm gonna be live on the day of the draft, day 1, 2, and 3. We're gonna be doing a special show with Rundown and myself. Good Morning Raiders. We're probably gonna start early at 9 a.m. Pacific. And it's going to be a longer show because of the draft. I don't think we're going to do the full 4, 5, 6, 7 rounds. We might cut it off around the 6, somewhere around there. I'll let you guys. I'll give you guys the details probably on Wednesday's show. That way we can kind of go ahead and narrow it down. I'll talk with Rundown. We're going to go ahead and really put that in place. But we already have guests lined up, so it's going to be a really good show. So make sure you guys go ahead and tap into that for sure. Also, too, shout out to my guy Leo, who's in the chat, and he'll be in Vegas. There you go. That's what's up, bro. So, but for us, we are gonna do the Raider Connection pre-draft day eve edition on Wednesday. So make sure you guys tap in for that. That's going to be an important show. I think we're going to go dive more into the mocks and everything we projected to go ahead and do. We're going to give you our opinions, our analysis on certain players and certain rounds. So again, make sure you guys go ahead and turn on notifications for that. Super important for all my members currently in the building right now. And if you're a member, you're gonna catch it live and you're watching the replay. Important news. Make sure you guys tap in. Wednesday, I'm gonna be going live, members only, at 4 p.m. Pacific. We're gonna be doing the mock. So I'm gonna be mock with the members. This is only the members. So make sure you guys tap in. If you are not a member, make sure you guys become a member today. If you guys want to get off the bench, get in the game, make sure you guys become a member today or become part of the Green Dot Gang. I was have the link pinned up top in the chat. I think it's stripping, y'all. So, but I do have there in the link by the description. So make sure you guys go ahead and tap into that for sure. But those are important news I wanted to go ahead and relay, and I'll go over it one more time at the end of the show. So make sure you guys do tap in. This is a big, crazy week. You guys are gonna hear a lot of stuff coming from everywhere. I'm already putting out content. Especially now that I'm a full-time daddy here. I have a little bit more extra time on my hand, but these kids, they keep you busy for sure. But I'm putting out good stuff for you guys, for the members as well, exclusive stuff. So we might do a little bit of insider analysis on certain players probably for the first 3 rounds. I'll give you guys a little more detail on certain choices that I'm going to go ahead. I feel that the Raiders might make the day of the draft on those 1, 2, and 3 days of the draft of the round. Excuse me. So let's go ahead and dive into it, y'all. Again, appreciate everyone pulling up the Monday evening. All right. So before I start going over the analysis, I did do a mock draft. I'm going to go ahead and show it right now. I should show it at the end, but I'll do it. It probably will make more sense once we go through the whole preview, and then we can kind of see how on the money I did. And then this mock that I did, one shot. I didn't have to do many timing. I don't have that much time today, so I had to kind of do it on the quickness. But I tried to get it close to the projections that I have, and I think it came out pretty good. So let me go ahead and share that now. Hopefully you guys can see. If not, you guys can zoom in. But this mock draft that I just did a little bit ago. So at pick 6 of the 2025 NFL draft in the first round, I had the Raiders selecting Shedeur Sanders. There on the second round, at 37, there was a trade offer that was done. I don't know what team I did the trade with, but there was a trade offer. We went down to 59, and we got a few round of draft picks for that. I think we got a third, and I think we got a fourth for that. I think we got another third. So with the 59 pick, Raiders selected Quishon Jenkins from Ohio State at running back. The next pick at pick 70, Raiders selected Jaden Higgins, wide receiver at Iowa State. At pick 123, I believe that is the 4th round, Raiders went guard. So they went ahead and went out and and saw the guard that they're looking to go ahead and add to really strengthen the offensive line. They went ahead and selected Dylan Fairchild, offensive guard from Georgia, at 123. Going back, part of that uh, trade down compensation. Raiders had pick 126, and they went defense this time. They went ahead and selected Danny Stutzman, linebacker from Oklahoma. So, linebacker, as we've talked about, has been a position that kind of need to be filled up. That linebacker room has been a little bit light, especially after the departure of our guy Robert Spillane. And though we just got our guy from Pittsburgh, we're still needing to go ahead and really bolster up that linebacker room. Raiders come back again with another comp pick, right, from that trade. I can't even say. I'm not even gonna try. I tried to stumble. They went running back again. Went ahead and drafted Dylan Sampson, running back at Tennessee again. I believe this is still in the 4th round. This is a 5-round mock that I did. I didn't want to go full 7. Would have taken too much time. And like I've said, the meat and potatoes of the draft is going to be rounds 1 through 5. Anything past that, as far as talent and quality, starts to dilute a little bit. So you're not going to see, all these, potential that potentially be starters. These are going to be more project guys that you're going to have either, probably second, most likely third string, if not practice squad guys that you're going to go ahead and put on between those, the 6th and 7th rounders. So I just stuck to rounds 1 through 5. So, and then now we get into the 5th round. We have 2 picks in the 5th. Pick 143. Raiders decided to go ahead and address that cornerback position, and they went out and drafted Quincy Riley, cornerback from Louisville, at 143. 156. Raiders go ahead and double dip on the linebacker position. They go ahead and go out and get Jay Higgins, linebacker out of Iowa, to again bolster up that linebacker room, and most likely nullifying the whole linebacker situation at this point, right? So there you have it. This is a mock. I'm going to go ahead and go back into it towards the end of the preview, and then we're going to see how more or less it relates. But yeah, that is a mock that I did a little bit ago. So I want to just go ahead and cover that with you. But I am going to go ahead and go into the preview. Let me go ahead and hit up the chat really quick. Shout out to my guy Raider Jeff, Jeff New England Booster, aka salute to Knock Andrew. What to do? Thanks for pulling up, my guy. It might be the computer, brother. Man, this thing trips a little bit. So let me try to do this. Hold on 1 second. Try closing windows. All right. Okay. And I'm trying to also get this chat going, and it's not again dealing with some technical issues here. Let's see if we can get it going. All right. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my thing today. It is tripping. Apologies for that, but we're just gonna go ahead and move forward. Let's see here. Okay. Uh, okay. Well, all right. So some people have problems, some people don't. Uh, yeah, some glitches. My guy wrote down no problem. Okay, cool. All right. I'm gonna try to keep as little windows as possible, but just close as many as I can. I'll probably leave this one up. All right. Cool. All right. Shout out to my guy, Dick's Insider. Greatest name in YouTube history. Salute to the brother. Thanks for pulling up. Uh, yeah, it might be YouTube too, but I know my computer I had to switch computers. So I'm running on my old one. It doesn't work the best, but if it does, you know what? Let me try to do this. Let me go ahead and decrease the image. See if I can. Okay, let's see if this helps. Okay, so it went down to 720. You guys can still see me. So hopefully the stream does improve, and it's not so glitchy. But all right, let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so round one, the Raiders draft preview. So in the first round, I see the Raiders either I don't know what's going on. Okay, so in the first round, I see the Raiders selecting either Shedeur Sanders or Mason Graham. For the sixth pick, I don't think a whole trade down situation at 6 would actually happen. I don't think the whole selecting Genty 6 is going to come through. For the reason being, I feel that that's a smoke screen, and having this type of running back room, I feel that they probably got together and they said, you know what, there's so much talent that's running back. We don't have to go ahead and get, Genty 6. Also, too, the potential of another team moving up and getting Genty at a higher pick is also a possibility. So you have that there as well. So that might also impact us potentially going out and getting Genty. So just want to go ahead and let you guys know that that the whole Genty thing, I don't think that's going to be a real possibility for us to go ahead and draft. Spytech and Carroll have been really cloak and dagger with their picks and the way they've been kind of operating. So I just want to make sure you guys keep that in mind. So I feel that the Shedeur pick, and Shedeur currently is looking like he's probably going to be there up until 15, probably 14, 15, around that range. So if this is somewhere where Brady comes in and says, "Hey, you know what? I want Shedeur," they're most likely going to go ahead and get Shedeur. I wouldn't be mad to get Genty if that's the pick, right? Or Graham if Shedeur gets picked anywhere before us, and it's Mason Graham or Genty, great. If the trade down to 9 or 12 happens, I'm okay with that too, because that means that we get more draft capital, and we've talked about it on the Saturday shows on Good Morning Raiders. We need about 12. We need about like 6, 7 positions, something like that, where we need to go ahead and kind of cover. We only have 9 draft picks currently, and I say that loosely because potential of trading down or trading up, trading back in can definitely be a possibility. Yeah, but no, bro, it's my computer just sucks, bro. I had to use a different computer now. So, but hopefully it's not that bad. But I think it might be YouTube tripping too, man. I have no idea. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But all right, I'm trying to get I can't even see like my studio, the chat. It's like it's not working properly, so it just sucks. But I'm not gonna go ahead and worry about it too much. There's nothing really I can do about it. Okay, but speaking of trading down again, if it were to happen, right? Let's say we do get that call from the Saints and want to go ahead and make that move for they want to go ahead and trade up for Shador. Brandon step in, Davison step in, says, "Hey, you know what? You need to get Shador," and they're going to leave it in the hands of Spytek and Carroll, and they make that deal with the Saints. We're going to trade down to 9. If we do, I feel we're going to go ahead and go corner in that position. It's going to be either Will Johnson or John anywhere. So if we trade down to 9, or if we go down, we slide a little bit lower, make the trade with Dallas, it's probably Jade. It might still be even Jade at 9. It could definitely be possible that that could still be the play there. But again, it all depends on where we actually fall if we trade down and with who, right? So that's going to be the real telltale sign of it all here. So if we trade down to 9, it's either going to be we're going to go corner, and we're going to go ahead and get the corner or shut down corner. It's going to be either Will Johnson or Jade for 9. There we go. So yeah, either or could definitely be in place. All right, so moving on, we're gonna go back in. We're gonna go into the second round. So second round, I see the Raiders going ahead and going out and getting the running back. So we're gonna go ahead and take care of the running back situation early, and go out either get Jenkins or Travion Henderson. Now I put both of them up because it's either or. Whoever gets picked up is going to be, if somebody gets picked up a little bit earlier than us at 37, then it's going to be vice versa. So that's the way I see it. The familiarity with Chip Kelly and those guys are going to be, it's very important. Like I said, relationships, continuity, it means a lot in this organization. So having the familiarity and bringing in one of those two guys, we brought in both. Realistically, I feel that if we're most likely going to walk away with one of those two guys in the second round. So in the third, I'm sorry, and going into the next one. So let's say we do go ahead and do a trade down. We trade down to 9. We got another pick, or let's say going with our 6th pick, we got Shador Graham. There's still potential of the Raiders trading back into the second round. Okay, and if we do, we're most likely going to go out and get a receiver at that point. And it's either the pick of Trey Harris or Jaden Higgins, one of those two guys. Emeka, it depends. Different sites, different analysis. Guys have it in different places. Some of them have them in the second round. Most of them have Emeka from Ohio State going in the leader first, between like 15 to 25, around there. So it just depends. I mean, I just went on the one for ESPN a little bit ago, and they had them
like somewhere in the second, and that's, to me, that's wild. So most mocks don't have him there. So looking at at the at the measurables, we need a tall receiver. We need our wide receiver one. It's probably going to be one of those two guys. We still have Trey Harris, guy's about 6'4". Solid route runner. Same thing with Jaden Higgins. He had a phenomenal combine. So I feel that that might be a possibility. And let me go into this next part here, right? And so we talked about the trade down or trade to that round. Where would that stem from? Possible player trades. Plus, I'm thinking to get into that second round, we're probably going to go ahead and have to give up a 5th round pick or a multi-year pick. So when I say multi-year pick, it could be a 5th round pick for this year or potentially next year, or maybe it's a 6th for this year and a 5th or 4th for next year. Some combination plus a player trade will go ahead and kind of get us back into that second round, right? So it's going to be a package deal where it's going to go ahead and get us into that either second round or third round. And we're going to talk about that in just a sec. So before I go any further, let me go ahead and go into the chat. Let's see here. All right. Okay, my guy Dixon. I wouldn't be pissed if we drafted Genty at 6, but it's not that I want. So look, the one thing that we know about this draft is some people are going to get disappointed. Some people are going to get pissed. Not everybody's going to be happy. I try to keep it as close as possible to think some year what you guys would think, and see, hopefully maybe I get a ballpark year where these guys, hopefully, get their players. So maybe hopefully I can land the ballpark on the picks that they're wanting to go ahead and that will actually draft on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So we'll see. Yeah, bro. Hey, man. Hey, this is. I gotta run the old Mac, man, and I don't know. I guess Macs aren't good for lives, bro. But hey, I started off with this fucking computer, and I was using a different computer before, and can't use that one no more. So I gotta go with my Old Faithful, and Old Faithful is not working right. All right, let's see. My guy Jason, the combine is just a useless tool and evaluation. So, I mean, we talked about it. The combine is really for giving the scouts as much information as possible. It's not really set up to favor the player in any way, shape, or form, right? So, if, to really take away things from the combine, you got to take a little bit with a grain of salt, right? But when you see guys perform out there and they're just shining, I mean, you got to take notice. So, most guys. That's why you didn't really see Cam or Shador. You had other guys that, like Will Campbell. He didn't participate in the combine. So, it's just really if you really need help in your stock, or you want to just keep going up in your stock, that's really where the combine would come into play. So just putting it out there for sure. My guy, the combine is good for some less known players to get a second. Exactly. So that's really what the combine is, man. So if you're really trying to improve your stock out there, that's really what the combine would really for you. So, that's But there's still things that happen during that where you can go ahead and walk away and be like, okay, cool. This guy, I like the way that this guy did this, or he looked good that. So it's just kind of how they perform. So let me see here. Like I like mid-round QB and McCord would be cool. I don't hate on Common Core. I mean, again, this if they don't get your door, they're still going to go ahead and draft a back in this draft. They're going to walk away with one. If it is, it might be Common Core. So, yeah, see what happens with that. These guys. You guys are me and them are chirping like schoolgirls during my live in our group chat. How dare you, bro? How dare you? All right, let's go ahead and get back into it. All right, so we go into round three. I got Siobhan Revel Jr., cornerback, out of East Carolina. If we don't trade down, so let's say we don't trade down, we stay, we stay kind of, 6 and then 37. We can trade down. We're just going through the order. I feel that they go ahead and go out, get the corner right away at what is it, 68? 68 is the pick. So I feel that most likely Siobhan Rowe will be there around the third round. So I feel like that guy, that would be a guy that would go ahead and potentially go after. Okay, so let me go into this next one here. If second, third round pick. So this is if we either make it from, we get those picks from the trade down, or trading back into the third round again. I feel that the pick would be Carson Strichinger from UCLA, or a different linebacker. And that would be another pick. This is where we go ahead and address that linebacker room, and we go out and get the linebacker to go ahead and help Landon Roberts out there at linebacker. So going into the fourth round, if we're not trading down, if no trade down, if we didn't get any comp picks or anything like that, it would probably go towards receiver, Savion Williams. If we do trade down and get another pick in the fourth, I feel if Marcus Membo is there, that's somebody that we go ahead and go after. I didn't really see him there during my mock, but I went after Tate Ratledge out of Georgia. That was my pick, and I got him in the fourth round. So with that extra comp pick. So as you're starting to see, this is kind of starting to make sense a little bit. So hopefully it's starting to piece together. And again, I'll go ahead and show up that mock again, and we'll go ahead and kind of compare it to what I actually projected. And again, this could be a potential move from the Raiders, having extra picks. And if we do, who do we go after at that point, right? So there's certain key positions that we need to go ahead and address. Obviously, we said we know that our running back room is key. Receiver, O-line is another one. Linebacker, corner. Those are all positions that we need to go ahead and address. And making deals to go ahead and be picking a little bit farther down the trough and getting another fourth or fifth. might be the play to go ahead and fill in some of these positions. Now we're not going to fill in all the positions, but I'm pretty sure that Spytek and Carol are going to go ahead and try to address those as much as possible. So we'll definitely see. Give me 1 second now. Let me put this up. I had to go back into the chat to go ahead and be able to operate, because I can't operate from the studio. All right. All right, and we're going to go ahead and get into the fifth one again. Appreciate everyone pulling up on the show tonight. And if you are new, make sure you guys head on over, smash that subscribe button, click those thumbs. And if you want to go ahead and become a member, make sure you guys go ahead and click that link at the bottom there and become a member today. If you want to go ahead and get off the bench and get in the game, make sure you go ahead and click that. It does help to go ahead and keep the lights on here at Just Raiders, baby. Appreciate everyone again pulling up. All right, so make sure you guys get your questions in as well. We're going to go ahead and deep dive into this thing, and we'll chop it up. So appreciate it. All right, so the 5th round pick. We got Dylan Sampson, Raheem Sanders, or they go linebacker Jay Higgins or Kobe King. Okay, so 2 possible things again. This is if we have an extra draft pick. I feel that they might go linebacker on this one and either go out and target Jay Higgins or Kobe King. There's 2 Jay Higgins. One's Jaden Higgins, the receiver. This is a linebacker. Or Kobe King. Kobe King out of Pennsylvania is a possibility that we might go ahead and go after in this draft. So but if we don't have the extra draft pick, I think that they might go ahead and pull the trigger and pull the on running back. Just getting Judkins alone, especially in this draft. I feel like they might have the potential to go ahead and get another running back. So either Dylan Sampson or Raheem Sanders out of South Carolina might be the options. Shout out to man, that's his guy, Dylan Sampson. Oh my bad, Raiders Shield family. He changed his name the other day, so salute to him. But yes, sir. That might be the guy that that we go ahead and go after. All right. So let me pull up the mock again. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and do an analysis. Okay. So again, with the mock that I did earlier, I had Shedeur Sanders or Mason Graham in the 1st round, which he was there. And that's who I got. Going into the 2nd round, either Quishon Jenkins or Travion Henderson. One of those 2 guys. In my mock, I traded down. I went down farther down the trough, right? And I forgot who I made the trade with. I closed the window already, so I don't know who. But whatever team I traded with, I got 59. So whoever has 59, forgot who has 59. So go ahead and draft Judkins there. He was still available. So that kind of falls in line to what I kind of have projected here. Going into that extra comp pick, now this is basically, at this point, this is the third round, and we have 68. And the trade offer came in, and that's where I traded down to 70, so 2 positions. And I was still able to go ahead and get the guy that I feel that we're going to go ahead and potentially get, which is Jaden Higgins. He was there. Now we talked about in the third round of getting either a corner or somebody else, right? Linebacker, or other, or whatever linebacker is there. So after Shavon Revel, but Shavon Revel was not there in the third round. So I went guard in this place. I went to go ahead and get Dylan Fairchild and address the guard position at that point. And then, but still being in the same round, I think being in the fourth round. That's fourth round. So being in that fourth round, I answered the guard position, and I was able to go get Dylan Fairchild. And then on still being that same fourth round, I was able to go ahead and get that linebacker that was able to go ahead and get in the third. Got Danny Stutzman out of Oklahoma, and then we're still able to go ahead and get a running back in that fourth round. That's where I was able to go ahead and get Dylan Sampson. I got him a little bit early, but in the next round, which is the fifth, having those 2 comp picks, having that extra pick in the fifth, I was able to go ahead and get Quincy Riley and Higgins in that fifth round pick. So now this is a thing, and something I want to go ahead and touch on is that going out and only drafting 1 receiver. The reason why I only went out and drafted 1 receiver, and why I feel that they're only going to go ahead and get 1 receiver in this draft, I still feel that Tyler Lockett is still going to be in play. He's still there as a free agent. I feel this, if the move happens, which I think it still might, it's going to be after the draft. So you really just need to get your tall receiver somewhere in between, realistically between the second and maybe fourth round. I mean, you can wait until the fifth round, but at that point, like I said, the talent starts kind of diminishing at that point. You might not get, those best players available. So, taking a flyer in third for Jaden Higgins, I feel that's probably going to be the choice that they might do. I don't think it's going to be in the second round unless they have the extra draft pick. They might go ahead and take a flyer on and getting a receiver early. I feel that only 1 receiver is going to be drafted in this draft. I still feel that either most likely Tyler Lockett. I don't know if you really do bring back our boy, what's his name? I forgot. I drew a blank. Our guy number 13, Hunter Renfro. I don't know if that's really going to be a possibility, right? Could it happen? Yeah, but different regime, different way of thinking. I don't know if necessarily would Hunter fit into the Chip Kelly system, or maybe Chip doesn't think he would necessarily fit in the system, or being away from football for a year could not, my change way of thinking. So, but I feel that Tyler Lockett is probably going to be the guy where they go ahead and take and the draft. So one receiver, two receivers for sure. We need all the help we can get on having the familiarity with also the running backs. One or two, either Henderson or Judkins is going to be an option. Keep a lookout for those guys being picked up on day 2. And we're gonna get a lineman probably later in the draft, so probably around day 3 is really we're gonna start seeing our offensive linemen. Probably get a linebacker at that point. Probably if third, could be 4th round. I don't know if they take him in the 2nd. If they take him in the 2nd, I'll be a little bit surprised. I'll be happy about it, but it would be interesting. Could Landon Jackson be a target? They did like him, so that could be one of their guys there. So we shall see for sure. But yeah, that's where we at on that. There we go. All right. Cool. So let me go ahead and ask your questions, guys. I'm going to go ahead and touch base with the chat. Again, appreciate everyone tapping in with me and being on the show. Let me go ahead and field some questions. We have quite a bit of people in the building, so thanks for everyone pulling up with me today. So I apologize for the technical difficulties today. It is just not a vibe between YouTube and myself. My computer and myself today. I don't know what the fuck is going on. It's maybe a new computer. We'll see. Might be in the work. But let me go ahead and go to the chat. All right. Okay, my guy Alec, adding good linebackers and edge players always good as well. Yep. I mean, I feel that we need to go ahead and get a linebacker. We haven't gone out and got a big name linebacker yet. I feel the draft is going to be the answer to some of those questions that has been put out there. So why don't we get a big name out there? So, Broncos went out and got Greenlaw and Mufunga or Funga. I forgot his name. I forgot how you say his name, but they got those 2 guys, right? So, why didn't we do that? Because they're probably looking for the draft for that, right? And we're not having to pay, top dollar for that. Probably get a healthy, younger player to go ahead and really bring into the fold in that Patrick Graham defense. So, my guy Jason, I can see interviews some weightlifting and some stubble drills to evaluate like twitch body control. Yeah, I mean that's kind of what they do in the draft, but the speed, like for receiver speed, and same thing for running backs. That does count. That does matter. Same thing for corners. So, I mean, it's just a tool. This is what they use to measure some of these guys. Pulling up. Appreciate you, brother. Raiders get Genty's 6th pick. Might happen, bro. But like I said earlier, I don't feel that the Raiders choice is going to be Genty. I feel like that's kind of like the smoke that they're putting out there. They're kind of going with everybody's projection, on camera and out in the media. But when it really comes down, when the time comes, it's probably going to be Shador, might be Graham, or maybe potentially a trade down could happen. We've said if the phone rings, they're not going to go ahead and ignore any offers. They go ahead and entertain it. So, and those guys are definitely down to go ahead and do stuff like that. Expect them to go up and down the board, and that's kind of what I try to do in this mock is go up and down that board and really mimic what they kind of do. So, yeah. Here. My guy Gio. Appreciate you, brother, pulling up. I'm hoping he's about 6. He'll drop. He'll be a top 10 running back if Gino and our online are up for stepping up and presenting. So, yeah, that's the thing. You know, Bears are interested. You never know, but fuck around and go up into the draft and go out and get a guy, get him. So that's potentially an option for them as well. So, but I don't really see us doing it. That's the thing. I think they're just going with the flow, going with the cloak and dagger thing, and just like you know, egging everybody on, you know, having them think that that's really going to be the play when it's not. So, yeah, but we'll see. Obviously, if they draft Genty at 6, I'm not going to be mad. I'm not, bro. You know, we're gonna wish him the best. We're gonna for him. Like me and Rundown said, we expect 1,500 yards from that guy minimum, for the season. So we want to see that type of production. If it's generational, that's the numbers you need to be putting up around. You know, go ahead and get more questions in, and make sure you guys get more questions in, guys. Before I go ahead and get up out of here in a little while. So, Guy Dixon, when the Chiefs get him down, I'll be pissed. Yeah, he's probably going to be around that 20-30 range, somewhere in there. Let's see. My Detroit, just trade down, more picks. That's what it is best for the Raiders. Yeah, I mean, you know, let's count it off. So we need receiver, we need running back, O-line, corner now, that's 4. Linebacker, that's 5. Yeah, I mean, you could put safety in there. Maybe that's 6, right? So you got about 6 positions that we need to go ahead and kind of fill in or strengthen or create more depth or whatever, right? So we only got 9 picks to do it with. So draft capital is important. So when I hear some of these trade rumors go out and I'm, you know, trading for like Jalen Ramsey, it's kind of hard for me to really think about that. And what the whole Jalen Ramsey thing, I'm like, we're talking about it with Fitz on Saturday, is that would make more sense because that will literally bolster your defense instantly. It's like boom, instant beefed up, right? You just like you're a fucking injection, bro. A steroid injection, for real. So that's what Jalen Ramsey brings now. That does come with a price tag. We're willing to go ahead and pay it because that's going to take about half of the ring cap we currently have. So that's the thing. But let me go ahead and get some more questions in. Oh, my guy, wait, let me get this question from Jason before I got Jax. Why not Dylan Gabriel in the 5th? That could be, I don't know, bro. After I saw that combine, he wasn't a whole lot impressive. You know, it just is, all those balls are kind of garbage, man, to be honest with you. He could be a potential project quarterback, but let me just say this: with Will Howard being out there and possibly being there in the 4th round, maybe in the 5th too, it's probably going to be Will, man. And we need that tall quarterback, especially having the relationship with Chip Kelly. They're probably going to go ahead and take a flyer on him if they don't go ahead and get Shador. My guy Jack, I see 2 possible trade backs. 1st to 9 with the Saints if Sanders is there. Jets 7, and Jags 8. Not taking a running back. Raiders get second round pick and then trade back to Dallas for 12. Dallas take Genty. Raiders get number 2. Okay. Get number 2 at give them the second round. But yeah, then we get the second round pick. I mean, having them go twice. So from what I'm reading, let me try to figure this out a little bit. So the Raiders make the move with the Saints, and then going back and making a move with Dallas to get having Dallas take 9 and we took 12. Yeah, that could be a possibility. I mean, if Genty falls all the way down there, I mean, yeah, that could be a potential move for sure. Having them go ahead and move up like 3 spots to get their guy, you know, for sure. Let's see. Alec, yeah, the linebacker room does need help. That's why I'm saying watch, they can double dip, and Pete's a defensive-minded guy, so don't be surprised if that actually happens. I split. I gave this a little bit more offensive, but I still had a pretty good defense pieces in there. And I did it offensive because just trying to address the positions that we really need. So running back room, receiver, right? We went out and got your door. Because I feel like that's going to be their move. That's what potentially could happen, right? It's a real strong possibility, guys. People are switching their takes on it and going back to the whole original thing that Daniel should do at 6 could definitely be a possibility. So for sure. So Raiders drafting number 12, get 2 more rounds. Which rounds would those be? 2nd and 3rd? I hope so. Let's see. My God, Jason, I'm seriously begging for Dylan Gabriel. Just getting a rise out of careers, but I do like him. And just look at your pick, bro. That's your pick. That's your guy. That's your guy. Stick with him, bro. Just kidding, man. Yeah, but let's see here. What else? What else is there? So make sure you guys get your question. I'll be getting up out of here in just a little bit. Here you go. My guy Alec. Carr delusional think he's gonna force his way to a better opportunity than fine. Bro, it's just funny the timing of his injury, right? I don't know, bro. For real. But either way, look, I think about it like this. Saints, I don't see Derek Carr being with the Saints in 2026. So if that's the case, we'll go ahead and be quarterback 1 for the Saints. And gonna be fucking Spencer Rattler, let me tell you. I think so. If it ain't him, who is it gonna be? You gotta get better time than what you have, right? So it's probably gonna be Shador or anybody else. I don't know. Could be Jackson Dart. They might fuck around and do that. They might overreach and do that, some shit like that too. So got a rookie head coach who's in there. I don't know if it's the same GM that they had for a while. I don't know the Saints like that. My wifey knows. I don't even think the wifey knows if it's the same GM. She don't know about the front office part of it, but they might fuck around and do something like that. So I don't know. Let's see. Shout out to my guy Eric Raiders Hunter. Appreciate you pulling up, guy. What to do? Yes, sir. J. Paul, no trades. Hey, that's why I'm trying to get my studio up. It's just YouTube's tripping, bro. And I can't do polls right now. I can't do polls from The actually can I? Oh yeah, I can. My bad. I could do a poll. All right. So you're talking about at 6, if no trades, who they draft? Yeah, I could. I'd be fun though. Let's see. Okay. Who would 6? Okay. So Shador, Sanders. Oh, I'm on. Okay, I'm on. All right, here we go. There you go. See, I was trying to get the whole. It says it's easy for me for the studio to get all that, set up and whatnot. But there you go. Okay, cool. So I put a poll out there really quick. If the Raiders don't trade down, who would they get at number 6? Sanders, Aston Genty, Mason Graham, or Amar Mambu. Make sure you guys go ahead and head on over and cast your vote. And then I'll go ahead and put up the votes in just a bit. Appreciate everyone participating on that one. Shout out to my job for that one. I totally forgot I can do. I didn't know I could still do a poll. It was being how to go back into my own video and do the poll that way for sure. But appreciate everyone pulling up. Let's see here. I'm already caught up, bro. I'm already caught up, Jack. There we go. All right, here you go. Shout out to my guy Dixon. I thought it was hilarious that Carr came out with a Rolls Royce review after the injury. Yeah, bro. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, how serious is this fucking injury, right? This is the thing. There's certain that there. I'm not really gonna go into anything, but I was just watching a show, and they're like, oh, Derek Carr is a man of faith. I don't know if why would you question his integrity like that or something like that? Like faith, having faith, yes, it does matter. You can lean more towards, having good morals other than standards and integrity and not going out right. But there's also two people of faith that lie and deceive and do all kinds of stuff. It doesn't matter. If that's the type of person you are, that's the type of person you are. That's not the first time Derek Carr does, certain shit like that to kind of fuck over teams and put them in certain positions. So, I don't know, but yeah, it's just funny how that injury came about. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Let's see. That's funny. That was pretty. All right. Okay. So make sure you guys go ahead and get your final questions in. I'm gonna head on out in just a bit. But let me know what you guys think of this mock. Actually, go ahead and everybody who's in the building, we have about 20, 25 people in the building. Let me know, grade this mock. What do you guys think? A, B, C, or D? put F. That's fucked up, man. But go ahead and put your grades down for this mock. What you guys think? Is this a realistic thing? Do you think this will happen? I don't know. I mean, I think this is going to be probably the course that the Raiders are probably going to go. Right. So, and the players and the positions are probably going to be in line in that kind of way. So, go ahead and just put in your grades on the chat. Let me know what you guys think about this one. And I have this saved, and I'm gonna keep it saved. And probably Saturday, I'll go ahead and go over it. I'll bring it back up, and we'll see if how far, because I think Thursday is rounds 4, 5, and 6, and 7. So I guess we'll have the first 3 rounds in the books, and we'll see what we got. See how many, if we did any trade backs, trade ups, or trade into, whatever you want to call it, and see what they actually did. Right. This is again the best case scenario on what they can go ahead and potentially go ahead and do. So. Yeah, again, appreciate everyone pulling up, tapping in with me on this Monday night. Make sure you guys go ahead and give me a quick grade on that. On my homework for today. Yeah, all right. 1 second. And I'll go over a couple of things, but make sure you guys go ahead and also get the questions. Wow, Jack, really a C, bro? Thanks. Thanks, bro. See what it is. Oh man, that's funny. I don't want to put this up really quick. All right. Okay, here we go. All right. All right, guys. Put this up. All right. Here we go. Put this up. All right, yeah. So again, let me go over particular on the things that we're going to be doing this week. It's a busy week, y'all. It is a very busy week. A lot of things happening. So I want to make sure that you guys are up to speed. Again, I'll be doing Raiders Connection on Wednesday with my guy, Cheeto Linus. I'll be rated 10. Jeff, New England Booster, a 401 Raider Jeff. That's his name. Ask him why. I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna go ahead and ask him. We're gonna be doing it Wednesday, Raider Connection. It's draft day eve edition. There you go. We'll have some good stuff lined up. I can share this mock. I feel this would be the best mock. I feel that could potentially happen. The moves could potentially the Raiders can make. So we're gonna have that show on Wednesday. I'm gonna before that show, I'm gonna be doing. This is very important for the members. I'll be doing a members only live that day. So make sure you guys pull up for that one. We're gonna be doing mock drafts. It's just gonna be just us. So make sure you guys go ahead and become a member today. I'll go ahead and cover some other stuff as well. I'll try to give some a little bit more insight analysis on that one. It's not going to be. I was going to potentially do it tomorrow, but I don't have to go to the dentist and have procedures done, so I might be out of pocket. So Wednesday is going to be our mock draft show for the members only. Make sure you guys pull up to that one. I'm going to do that at 4 p.m. Pacific. 4 p.m. Pacific. Let me go ahead and put that up really quick. Oops. All right. So yeah, make sure you guys pull up for that one. Members only mock draft 4 p.m. Wednesday. Here on the Brady channel. So make sure you guys pull up for that one. Super important. And we'll go ahead and we'll mocks. I'll go ahead and cover some other things too. So make sure you guys tap in because on the connection we're not going to go mock. Maybe, but this is a little bit different. This is just for us, and we're going to go ahead and talk about it and see what who we should go ahead and get in the next day 1, 2, and 3. So make sure you tap that, and then obviously I'll be live on Thursday. I want to say around 5 p.m. I'm gonna be doing the damn thing live. I'm probably gonna be running with Rundown. So make sure you guys tap into that. Turn on notifications. I'll have that link up probably in the next couple of days. So make sure you guys are tapping in for that. Same thing for Friday. Friday I'm gonna be live. So make sure you guys have the notifications turned on for that one. Good Morning Raiders is going to be starting a little bit earlier. We're probably going to be doing it instead of 10. We're probably going to be doing it at 9 a.m. Excuse me, 9 p.m. 9 a.m. Pacific. I know I have a 10. 9 a.m. Pacific. That is going to be a special edition of Good Morning Raiders, day 3 of the NFL draft with Rundown. We do have some lined up as well. They're going to be in the building going over J3 rounds 4, 5, 6, and potentially 7. We might do 7. We'll see. It's going to be a longer show. Definitely starting 1 hour early, end a little bit later. So it's going to be a good one. That's going to be me, Rundown, and our guests. We're still going to go. We're confirming on the guests, but we do have most likely our guy Turf from Mr. Ultimate Raider Fan 32 is going to be in the building. He's going to be with us on Saturday, so he's going to be tapping in. Make sure you guys pull up for that one. We're confirming on the other guests, so that's going to be another one as well. So fire shows, a lot of stuff going on. The next few days, we are here. Finally, the draft, and we can go ahead and start looking more towards the 2025 season. It's inching closer and closer, guys. So I love it. And then after the draft, you still have those free agents out there that are still floating in the wind. You're gonna have some of those off-season cuts are gonna happen. We're gonna potentially pick up a couple guys from there. Usually that is the case. I'll be surprised if it doesn't happen, but most likely it will. So who the Raiders go ahead and get, or who becomes available, and then we're going to be talking about that as well to see who is available at number at those off-season cuts. So there's positions that we need that maybe we don't fill quite yet, but they'll be filled in that day. So the season is starting to approach. Draft day is almost here, 3 days away, guys. So I can't wait. Can't wait. But I hope that this preview, was of some kind of value, some kind of use, some kind of insight for you guys. Little things to kind of look out for during the draft as we go through, the first couple of picks in the draft. Obviously when we get to 6, that is going to be depends who's still there. It's going to be a telltale sign of whether we're going to go, we're going to Graham, or we're going to trade down. Their phone could be ringing as fast as before the actual even draft happens. They could have already probably made that pick, made that trade if a trade does happen, or it could just happen right before we pick at 6, and we're on the clock, and then somebody makes an offer that we can't refuse, and we make that move down, or we can go ahead and say at 6, get either best player available, or we get our quarterback for the future. And again, this is for, when I say quarterback for the future, guys, this is after Geno, and Geno's only going to be here 2 years, maybe 3 if we're lucky, right? And if everything works out, he's free, balls out, all that, then Geno will be here for that 3rd year. Guy's 35 years old. He'll be 38 by the time his contract actually ends. But that's if everything goes all in the well. We shall see. Time will tell, as the saying goes. So, if he gets Shador, that's going to be the quarterback for the future. He might come in as easily as the second season 2 in 2026. We've seen this happen with the Falcons. They went out and got Kirk Cousins, paid him all this money, and they're going with Mike Penix in this season coming up. So I think it might just play out that same way. So we'll see what happens. So, but those are the things to kind of look out for in the upcoming draft. Again, appreciate everyone pulling up. If you are new, make sure you guys head on over and smash that subscribe button. Click those thumbs. I appreciate everyone tapping in with me on this Monday night again. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate everyone's support, all my Raider dads, all my members. Salute to you guys. I can't wait for Wednesday. It's gonna be a good show. Sure, for that members only mock. Again, make sure you guys follow me on my socials: Instagram, Threads, TikTok, and X. JRaider_505. That's JRaider_505. I am dropping content. I'll up a snippet of this onto the socials. Also to shows from, like, for example, Saturday. I'll be putting that in the socials as well. We just had Mr. Fitz on Saturday, so if you guys didn't watch that show, make sure you guys go ahead and click on that link down below for the latest episode of Good Morning Raiders with the guy, Mr. Fitz. We had a pleasure having him in the building. Chopped it up Raiders. He had a lot of good takes. Busy guy doing his thing over with Samoan Raider at Ninth Island. They did the whole WrestleMania thing, a lot of good content that they put out. And I'm pretty sure they're going to be putting out more stuff as the days go on, and then also obviously getting ready for the draft. But for all my wrestling fans out there who are watching, man, it was a great show. I was a little bit disappointed with the ending of last night, the main event, but it is what it is. I mean, I knew that that was going to happen with Cena. Staying on. I'm going to watch Raw in a bit and see what happens with that. Don't spoil it for me. But it makes sense because they had announced that Cena to be on, I think, through June. So I'm like, how is he still going to be on and not be champ? you know. So I'm like, okay, that was a little play right there, but you know, hey, we'll see what happens. So I think they have a couple more events coming up. So I think that was like Backlash and Money in the Bank. I don't know what else they have going on. So, but the first night, man, that triple threat match, that was epic, man. I think that was like the belle of the ball for real. With Roman Reigns and CM Punk, and you got Seth freaking Rollins, man. That was a little bit of left field, and I was like, oh shit, okay, it's cool, man. I mean, but that I did like night one for sure. It was a very good show, for sure. But again, appreciate everyone pulling up with me on this Monday night. Make sure you guys go ahead and tap in to the next show, which is Wednesday. Really quick, my guy, FBA, my guy Van, appreciate you pulling up. We have to build our offense to compete with the Chiefs. At least 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs, and a quarterback. Sanders. I can't wait for the draft. Yeah, brother. Look, I still 1 receiver. I still feel that Tyler Lockett might be an option, and that's going to be after the draft. So if you see 1 receiver, don't freak out, guys, because that might mean Tyler Lockett make his way over to the Raiders. Don't be surprised that that's the plan that happens, because if you guys read on tea leaves a little bit, could be an option for sure. But we're definitely going to see what happens with that for sure, 100%. All right. But appreciate you tapping in my, on the show. But I'm gonna go ahead and head on out. Thank you guys again for being with me. I'm gonna go also catch my guys' Raider Rundown and my guy Leo. They're gonna go ahead and do their show in just a bit. Actually, let me go ahead and plug my guys. Their things real quick. I always forget to do this, and I'm like, I'm gonna go ahead and plug the thing in, and I always forget. Let's see, yeah, for 21. Okay. All right. So there, if you guys don't know, they're doing another show, the Raider Syndicate. They're getting that back together. So make sure you guys pull up. That is Run's link. Let me get my guy Leo. So for whoever you want to show love to, those are my boys over there. Make sure you guys pull up, give them some love. It's going to be a fire show. I think we've been trying to do this for a quick minute. So that's good that they got everybody together. Turf's there. Our guy Chris the Shield is going to be there as well, and then Severe, I think, is a new member of TRS, so he's going to be there as well. So I can't wait. Obviously, talk of the town, talk of the night, talk of the week is the draft, and how we're going to go ahead and draft, and who we're going to go ahead and get. So definitely interesting. So, but all right, guys, I'm out of here. Again, appreciate everyone pulling up, and I will see you guys next time. I'll see you guys on Wednesday for the member only mock and the Raider Connection going down. I put up the reel as well, so you guys have the show times of when I will be on. I'm sure you guys tap in, turn on notifications, and because I don't have some of the links yet, but they'll be up really soon. So you guys put up. Till next time, nation. Peace. One.
Inside Allegiant Stadium for the first time this year.